the sky a little bit brighter last night because look at that. That's real. It doesn't look real.
I hate to break it to you humans, but it's not real.
These humans love their supermoon.
It's a little brighter. Freak the out, everybody.
Try living on a planet with 49 moons and the oceans are constantly trying to crush you. Then talk to me about your supermoon.
Well, maybe when we invade the planet, we'll install a couple more moons. I don't know. All right, you know what? We really got to get to this. They're breathing down my neck.
Crime is rampant. And what do we see? Them persecuting a man who created jobs in Manhattan.
And I remember, I'm old enough to remember that when the 9/11 terror attacks happened, Trump raced down to ground zero. He used his own money to help pay for recovery efforts. He was a hero. He was a hero to America.
Yeah. Just incredible heroism.
I'm old enough to remember. I'm old enough that my brain is decomposing and is creating false memories of Donald Trump saving America after 9/11.
She's actually reporting from the multiverse, in which this isn't a total and complete lie.
The second that he hears the tower hit, he's running down Fifth Avenue with taking off his jacket.
When in reality, Trump raced to his office phone to do a live interview.
Well, it was an amazing phone call I made. 40 Wall Street, actually, before the World Trade Center, was the tallest. And then when they built the World Trade Center, it became known as the second tallest, and now it's the tallest.
Perfect phone call. 9/11 hero call.
Together, we're going to make 40 Wall Street tallest again.
What is the lore for these people? How did they get turned to believe that?
Maybe it's these Tim Pool AI-generated images of Trump just like with massive muscles and tattoos.
Wow, tasteful.
Trump digging into the rubble.
Everyone who helped clear the rubble. And I was there, and I watched, and I helped a little bit.
He's so modest. He could have said he was the lead rubble clearer, but he understood the gravity of the moment.
And I was down there also. But I'm not considering myself a first responder, but I was down there. I spent a lot of time down there with you.
I was a second responder, though.
Is there something that comes before a first responder, like a negative first responder? Like that's how fast I was.
So now we're seeing what I call political lawfare. We've heard it a lot in the past month.
Alina Habba is the 10th most qualified lawyer on Trump's team of, I think at this point it's over 70 lawyers. Not a joke.
And Peter Navarro can't be spared one of his attorneys.
We're going to go up to $750,000 by the end of the trial. The appeals are going to be over $1 million. Do I look like a rich man? Here's the problem.
Hero.
Who's this? Come on.
Bro, you're already facing charges.
Yeah, I get it.
Go ahead and commit a crime.
I love that these people are like, I never give up fighting. And he just, after one attempt to swipe the sign, he's like, f it, I'll leave it up.
This is free speech. This is fine. I got no problem with that. I got a problem with people shouting behind me. That's a problem. That's not right.
I mean, I just tried to rip the sign out of her hand.
All right, let's move on to another guy who's detached from reality.
You begin with criticism, then you go to protest, then you go to impeachment, now you go to indictment.
He's reporting live from under the infrared heat lamp within a chicken coop.
He's about to hatch.
And none of them work. What's next? I mean, graph it out, man. We're speeding toward assassination, obviously.
He's like a talking version of that Charlie Day meme. Graph it out, man. They're going to kill him.
I think he just needs to reference the American judicial system.
You have the appellate courts, then it goes up to the Supreme Court.
What's
and
next?
Then, of course, assassination.
Assassination court. And if assassination court sends you back down, and then you have to go back to the appellate court.
This is just some crazy fear-mongering. Just what are you even trying to accomplish with this?
Relevancy, I guess.
Yeah. yeah.
Was there one guardrail at Fox that was stopping him from saying this and all the other shit he said in this crazy interview with Adam Carolla?
In 2008, it became really clear that Barack Obama had been having sex with men and smoking crack. And a guy came forward, Larry Sinclair, and said, I'll sign an affidavit. And he did. I'll take a lie detector. And he did.
Do you believe that transpired, or do you believe the guy is legitimate, or both?
Oh, the Larry Sinclair story? Oh, that definitely happened.
Tucker, unplugged, unhinged.
Finally, the Tucker thoughts America was craving.
Okay, I think we've got to the crazy part where we can get into the Greens, which is Marjorie Taylor Greene. But first, there's another Greene, and this is the MAGA prophet, Julie Greene.
Another whistleblower will come forward with proof on how Nancy Pelosi and the establishment set up January 6th. Refutable proof that will shred the lie of that day.
Refutable. I don't think she knows what that word means.
Wow. It's like flammable. Flammable and inflammable is the same. Both mean, it's the same thing. Your Honor, I have before you extremely refutable proof that Joe Biden is a criminal.
I rest my case. I lose. Okay, I'm going home.
Yes, an explosive video is coming to prove what is going on in the so-called White House.
Wonderful assumption that with everything going on in the world, God is like, I gotta put a video out about Hunter Biden.
A removal is coming. A fall is coming. The jackal will be exposed. Now, if you don't know who he's referring to when it comes to the jackal, that's the Biden.
Parables are so helpful when you have to say afterward, just so you know, Biden is the jackal. If you didn't catch that.
The one thing that might come true that she doesn't maybe intend is fall is coming, the fall. Yes, change of seasons, inevitable.
This is a very $5 side of the street fortune teller.
Nostramagas.
Nostramagas! That's good. Put it on the board.
Speaking of Nostramagas,
there is incontrovertible evidence of Joe Biden's corruption that is about to be made public. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen before Labor Day, but it will happen sometime between Labor Day and Halloween. I'm not sure by what entity at this point.
There's a tape, and it's an audio recording, and it's going to be put out by, I'm going to call it an entity. I don't know when, I don't know where, I don't know how, I don't know why, I don't know what, but I know it will be at some point, maybe soon, maybe later, maybe more than one, put out eventually by someone, something.
People not necessarily on this planet, people not necessarily real, people in my head.
There's so much evidence against Trump, yet they refuse to see it. But with Biden, we just know it's there.
For Republicans to have not found the evidence just means that there's more evidence out there that is being hidden from them.
Rising to the level of impeachment inquiry, which provides Congress the strongest power to get the rest of the knowledge and information needed.
Honestly, they should just turn to Crime Stoppers.
I'm McGruff, the crime dog. Do you got anything on this guy? Because we ain't found
They're such reverse detectives. They have no evidence for anything that Biden is doing, and he has to be impeached.
He should be impeached for the high crime of not creating evidence.
Not having evidence is a form of tampering evidence.
He didn't leave breadcrumbs. He didn't provide a paper trail.
He's so good at crime, he doesn't even commit the crime.
There's no money to follow. He's very frugal.
We believe now you have evidence that Joe Biden benefited financially himself, although that's not even what the statute calls for, correct?
I think so, yes.
Wow.
Okay.
Slam dunk.
If I squint, if I sort of unfocus my vision like I'm looking at one of those magic eye pictures.
I think I see it. Yeah. It's there. We'll have it tomorrow. Come back tomorrow.
Are you in favor of an impeachment inquiry of the president?
I think we're awfully close. There's a lot there.
Congressman Slenderman is right.
Kustoff is about to cust off.
The amount of evidence we have produced has become so overwhelming now. I caution people at home to please have patience, even though that's the hardest thing to have, because I feel the same way as you do. I want impeachment now.
It's like that Tom Petty song, the waiting's the hardest part.
If you're listening at home, that means you are naked with a pile of Fritos all over your stomach watching me on Alex Jones. If that's you right now, just be patient. Impeachment is coming, I promise.
And every day we learn more.
Every day we learn more, and you will learn more. You would not believe how much more there is to learn.
There's so much more to learn. We have to invent that plug that goes in the back of your neck, like in the Matrix, so you can turn on the camera and say, I know Biden corruption.
It is so gross to me that she's on InfoWars.
Who's the worst person here? A place where the Sandy Hook shooting conspiracy theory was born, and she was a person who accosted David Hogg, accusing him of being a crisis actor.
We will vote for an impeachment inquiry. If we can't do it, I cannot vote to fund this corrupt government that is in debt by that much money. I can't do it if we are not willing to even ask the question for an impeachment inquiry.
Beautiful.
Such a psychotic person to say such a psychotic thing. Everyone who is in the real world knows that this person is absolutely insane and nothing they say is true. They believe in QAnon. They are an anti-Semite. They are a racist. They incited January 6th over a lie. She is the least credible person and the dumbest person to ever be in Congress.
Back in the Ice Age,
How much taxes did people pay? And how many changes did governments make to melt the ice?
And yet, on CBS Face the Nation, she was cited by the host of the show in an interview as if she was a normal person.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia has just said in recent days that Republicans should not vote to fund the government unless an impeachment inquiry begins against President Biden inside of the House of Representatives. Is she right or is she wrong to take that position?
And that is how you take a nonsense, crazy, batshit, insane psycho and launder them through the mainstream media and to make them seem normal and make them seem legitimate just because they're a congresswoman. That is what is actually crazy.
And with that...
DC don't like fascists. DC don't like fascists.
Just play this, okay? I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you.
See you tomorrow, loser.
Hey, Zotox Nation, Zotox here. If you liked what you saw, get all up in those comments, please. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter and Truth Social. Just kidding, don't do that. And TikTok. We are at Alien Super Show. Episodes drop first on the Midas Touch Network. And tell us how great we are in the comments. Like I said before, get in the comments. All social media platforms, comment away, because that's how we get money. Thank you, bye.